Shalom. I'd like to start out by giving all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakal Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, GMS. Salutations to the elect brothers pushing this truth with sincerity. Right now, going at, the Beast Man. Like how they, Cornelius called them in, what's that movie? Planet of the Apes. Beware the Beast Man. Well, in order to be beware, to watch out for him, you gotta know who he is. All right, the Beast Man is who people ignorantly call the white man, whose biblical name is Esau. All right, they the rulers of this earth right now, and they the lowest of the heathens, based upon their wickedness and their mind state. The Lord created them to be the lowest of the low as far as the human species is concerned. And what most people believe is that nation of people is the so-called white man, but that's not the case. They are actually the red man. All right. That's why in the NFL they took the logo from the Washington Redskins from being Jake, which was the Native Americans, and removed their face from off of the logo of the Redskins, and wanted to put their face up there because they know that they're the true Redskins. They know that they're the true red men, These devils be knowing the truth biblically, who each nation is. And they know who they are. They know that they're Edomites. They know that they are descendants of Esau. All right? Which Esau name later became Edom. All right? Once the Lord wanted to name him that because of the nation of Edomites that he will bring forth, the progenitor of the nation of Edomites. All right. Esau's name is Ishashua in Hebrew, which means wasted away is he. And later on turned to Edom, which is in Hebrew Adawam, which is red and hairy. All right. And in the scriptures it speaks of him being that color. All right. And it's in Genesis chapter 25, verse 25. And it reads, "And the first came out red all over, like in a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau." All right. So the first was Esau, who was born, who came out red all over and hairy like a garment. And you notice the characteristics of cartoon character Captain Caveman, and how did they depict him? It was a little old pink-looking, hairy, beast-looking man. All right, weird-shaped looking beast man, hairy all over, pink colored, hot pink. All right, and they depict him in these different images of him being that shade of red, like basically when they get tans. You check out wrestler Hulk Hogan. He looked like a burnt hot dog. I mean, a burnt Oscar Mayer wiener or some shit. That's how they actually natural color of them. You know, it's just the sun is heating up the skin, and it's causing the flesh to be visible through their skin. All right, and the banking family that we all know to be the Rothschilds is really the red child, because the Roths is another way of saying red. All right. So Genesis indicates who Esau is. Genesis 25. And then later on, from Genesis to Revelation, the Lord speaks of this red beast man. All right, this red beast man is mentioned in the form of a beast in Revelations 17, verse 3. To it. Shot. Right, and it's in Revelations chapter 17, verse 3. It says, "So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast." That scarlet-colored beast is the nation of Edomites in their system. All right, that's Esau in his system. All right, that's the beast. And it had the 10 horns. Finishing on, scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, which is the wickedness of that people and the lies that's told about who Yahweh Shai is on the way down to his disciples and who his disciples are. You know, with these movies that they create to depict the images of the stories of the Bible, alright? That's blasphemy, lies, alright? Told upon the Heavenly Father and His Son, alright? Full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. What are those? Those are the kings, alright? That's NATO and EU, alright? And who runs those corporations? Edomites. So you have the representation of who the people are with the scarlet color of the beast And it also, another indicator is it brings out the 7 heads and the 10 horns, which are their governments, their democracy, their form of ruling this place. All right. The Great Babylon and NATO and the EU rule this world, man. All right. So these all these nations that's under the rule of Esau is majority the so-called white man. Spain, Italy, Portugal, the Netherlands. All right. When you think of those places, France, you think of the so-called white man. You think of Edomites. You don't think of Jake in those places, even though Jake is there all over the world, scattered. All right. But that doesn't mean that we the rulers of those places. All right. We just in the mix because the Lord had us scattered all abroad. All right. As Israelite foreigners. But that's their territory. That this place, America, is their place. All right. So we're gonna identify who the so-called red man is, and we know that to be Edom, which is also his name was Esau. All right. There's more scriptures and more chapters where I could bring out indicators that shows that Esau is the red man, and Edom is not a white race. It's a red race of people. All right. Like I said, Hulk Hogan. Who else get red in the face when they get upset or shy or bashful? You got so many. Trump, DJ Trump, man. When you see him, he look like a. I can't even configure what that guy look like, man. Like, that ain't no 10. He don't need to be in the sun to have that look. All right. Think back in my day with the WWF, all the wrestling characters who used to have that shade, that complexion, they looked crazy. The Hart Foundation, Jimmy Hart, what I said, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage. Even the females, Scary Sherry. I think that was her name. But all these people, man, they got a weird look about them, man. The Lord didn't, when He was making that race of people, man, he didn't really put His thoughts into them because they get all type of melanomas, cancer. Oh, Santa Claus, his red rosy cheeks. Pause. Santa Claus. Alright? Well, Lord knew what He was doing when He named them Edom. like crimson red color. And how do they depict the imaginary image of Satan as a red devil? On the hot sauce bottle, this little guy, the red guy with the pitchfork. They know who they are, man. They know they devils that the Bible speaks of. So why would the Lord make them the red nation, and they depict the devil as a red being wearing all color red skin, with these horns? Anything that's involved in Satanism is like the color red. All right. You got the Catholic Church with their red robes. These people are wild. They wild. And they get exposed more and more daily. It's our job to expose them, but they exposing themselves as well. Like how Isaiah 47 speaks of them being exposed. Alright? So, hopefully, Lord willing, now is edifying. Until next time, Shalom.